last video, guys. SmackDown matches at WrestleMania. Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio going up against that team of JBL and Orlando Jordan. Yes, there would not be a cabinet in this thing because I think the Bashams are good enough to hang on their own, and yeah. Eddie pins JBL, so we still have JBL getting beat here, and it's not the same steps. Undertaker versus Randy Orton. Of course, why change that? That was actually a pretty good match. So, pretty much the same. We've built up to it. So, we do bring that around. So, yeah. Undertaker goes over. Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels. Similar situation. Same sort of build up. Because Kurt was the babyface, I wouldn't have him showing up in it. Because Shawn was babyface, I wouldn't have him showing up on my show interfering. I'd have Kurt going over to Raw and interfering, costing Michael's opportunities or whatever. So he would have to come over. I'd even have him do essentially just do the same thing that they did. Yeah, and HBK goes over because he's Mr. WrestleMania, and that's about it. Booker T versus John Cena. So Booker T has held that belt for almost a year, and he is a much better talent than what JBL was. So I think we would still get a reaction that's still a pretty much heel reaction, but I think if I put Cena over here over Booker T, which is what I'm doing, because Booker's held that belt a long time. He's beat some top talent. I've definitely cemented him in as a top guy now. There is no way that he's falling back down to the mid-card. He is established. He is back. He has had his well-deserved long title reign. So, yeah, I bring him in, and he still talks it up. He's like, Cena, I'm the man with experience. You how long have you been wrestling? About 5 years. And while I was winning world titles in WCW, you were just beginning your career. I had won more titles than anyone will probably ever win in this business, and I would have him say that, call him out on it, and Cena would come out and say, do a rap. Unfortunately, I can't rap, so he would bring up that during his time, Vince Russo was winning championships. So was Eric Bischoff. He was winning. He would bring up the David Arquette thing, even though Booker didn't win his first title until after that. His first world title, I mean. And Booker would sort of be a little bit humiliated, but he would still say, I'm still 5-time WCW champion. Now I'm 6 and a one-time WWE champion. What are you? A couple of time US champion. That's it. So at WrestleMania, you're going to step in the ring with a man of experience, and you are going to go down. It's a joke that I have to face you, white iced iced tea or whatever. So yeah. And yeah, I just, you see, you have a different guy, so you have different ways of handling this. He would still lose that US title, but maybe not to Orlando Jordan, but to someone who's not competing that night. Maybe maybe Big Show would get it off him. Maybe RVD would. RVD. That's no. I don't want him losing it back to JBL. But maybe he would have. Maybe he wouldn't have. But he still would have lost it. And yeah, it'd essentially be. If he lost it to JBL, that'd be alright, because even though it's not being defended, he's still competing in a tag team title match, and maybe I wouldn't even have Eddie pin in that case. Ray would pin Orlando in that case. So I'd still have him lose it beforehand, just because. Even though he worked really hard to win it back, I would just feel better about him walking in there without it, and if Booker cost him that title, it'd give Cena more reason to go over here and sort of establish him away from the mid card. And him going over Booker T would actually do a lot more for him than going over JBL. And seeing as Booker T is a much better athlete, a better in-ring performer, he can, and I think Booker is a much better promo guy too than JBL ever was. You can still go over him, and JBL could be teasing going after him at a later pay-per-view, because I believe their last. I think JBL is a pretty good brawler, so you could still have that, but not at WrestleMania. Maybe down the line, because even though I've had JBL job a bit, he would still be going over quite a bit, and I think eventually he'd be teasing that upper area. So that's about it, guys. So yeah, we will leave it here, and we will be back with I think next time we will be going to maybe some more WWE stuff. I did think about going to ECW just to change it up a bit, but I don't think any booking decisions there would have really affected things. I think it was more backstage stuff. But yeah, and I hope you've enjoyed this, my run on SmackDown. And hopefully you will accept those as good plans. So yeah.